on the T side. 2 smokes, 2 flashes, and a Molotov in play as you see them making a quick ascent over towards the playground area. Hampus has got all the information he needs, an impactful in-game leader who...
I kind of call this one. This is the machine special. He's gone for the Hampus call here. 4B early on the round, calls for info on the Fountain Peak. He opts for long, though. This is interesting because as soon as he gets this information, he won't be able to do much with it other than stand his ground. He'll hear the steps now, and we'll see the rotate coming in from Twist and, I imagine, Plopsky. He's won. Oh, nice work already. It's the first, and Magic's no armor, so he paid a heavy price for those bullets. It's going to be important and integral to the Spirit operation that he doesn't go down without utilizing all of that smoke and Molotov. Don't forget, that's his entire investment. You can see down to $100 prior to his frag.
I still have the utility, at least. That's something to work for, but Plopsky, if he continues to push forward, he's going to think better of that. Could have completely unraveled this before it had a chance of getting off the mark. One of the options here is to go back over towards this B site, but the squeaky door will get swung on open, and that's a sound cue that is fantastic for the NIP side of things. If it is a B finish, they will be able to isolate themselves a potential 2v3 duel, but it's unusual or unlikely, I would say. Probably a better word to be using.
That's the one.
NIP won't get a single frag on entry here. This is going to be a heaven smoke from Chopper. Magix has a Molotov and a smoke of his own. Could smoke over towards the, Molly the barrel's position.
This has got some legs to it. Oh, Magic's just lost all of his util and his teammates. Just balance peppered away at. And it is NIP to bring the spice in the pistol.
Do you prefer chip damage or peppered, Lauren?
Chip damage makes me think of Jason Moses O'Toole.
Yeah, that's why we...
And I miss
homage.
him.
Yeah.
I miss him a lot. I watch podcasts these days.
Getting the chip damage.
Wow.
Sounds better in American.
That was a great Jason Moses O'Toole.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to sound slightly just like
I do like
life.
yeah, Launder's unconfirmed damage as well. You know when you've got like all the nades in Banana on Inferno? I think that's one I'd like to remember. Unconfirmed, plenty of that. And certainly has lots of ramifications when that damage is unconfirmed. Plopsky at the moment just going to be swinging on through. Nobody's home. And he'll be able to position himself in a very powerful spot. Flashed in. Oh, it's glorious. The freest of frags. Near. Quite the opposite. He takes that one by force. Hampers his head. Gone. Deleted. MP9 recovered. We are into a second round force, and it certainly does have plenty of force. Just balance, clearing the toilets and doing so with a great deal of pace. Rez rotating and floating between the two sites at this point in time. Oh, it's 4:20.
4:17 by my watch.
And 3 minutes faster.
3 minutes faster is always on time, Lauren.
I set my clocks early because I know I'm always late. Love some Fallout Boy there. iDisbalance probably not loving that, but it is
your
selling.
Post, but you're just a line in a song.
Honestly, 16, 15-year-old me was in love with the very deep and angsty lyrics. Not that deep, not that angsty, but still, what is looking quite nice in this round, I want to kind of highlight it. Maybe that little misdirection they tried to throw in the mix there over towards A, but of course it's peeled away from that, and it's going to be Twist again. This gun, a little bit curious to see it in play, yet to see a kill with it, though.
Nades could have done more, and it looks like one of them's been fallen rather flat. Twist trying to make the MP5 a thing. Oh, he's having his fair share of issues here, and now SDY with the bomb down and frags happening. There's a world where they can find this. Snork, he's gone down too. SDY's come alive. Double kill for both of the participants in this up against the numbers brawl. One shot from that P250 would have been enough, but into the dome, not easy to hit. It's such a tough angle, and the elevation now causing him problems. They're playing this one very smart. Ring around the rosy. Time on their side. No kit, no hope. And no extra kills.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're lucky here today in the studios to have an MP5 expert standing by, Mr. Rushley Rushington.
Hello.
What do you think that Twist can be doing better with the MP5 to be getting the most out of that weapon as per your Danger Zone experience, my friend?
So the MP5, close range, it does work pretty well, but honestly, I think medium range, I think it's still very potent, as Chad would say. And honestly, if you couple that with the bump mine, with a dump jump, with your exo jump, you'll go across Overpass. And I think if he lands on them really well, he can definitely get a couple of kills out of it.
All right, wonderful stuff. Check will be in the mail, and
right.
We'll get back into the game.
So he needs the... Is it a Frump and a Frexo?
Well, Frump and a Frexo...
That's the ideal start. I mean, goodness.
Unless you can find a lot of frunny, and then you can buy your own.
Yeah, if you get a big bag of Frash from the start, like, you are pretty much set for success. You get some Frash, you just call in an Exo, and then you pretty much just get some Frumps, you're cooking.
I really don't like the start of the game when I don't get Frama. Because like I feel,
always farmer lying
yeah, but I
around.
feel super naked because I go for the bonus to get the extra
Bonus Explore XP?
Yeah, that's the one.
Dollary dues?
That is the one.
It's like
yeah.
a different language with you two, and you really get into the danger zone vibes. It's just...
I still haven't managed to get a double bump, though. That's
Oh,
like
they're difficult. You
Have
need
you
to go.
done it?
Yeah, you need to go do some dry runs.
I haven't done any dry runs. I like my runs.
Shut up. Right, we're going fast to B. Some die young, going in there, just like my spirit. Dying young during this game already. But at this point, I've taken the site, all wrapped up, no worries.
And it was perfect, Lauren. You want to know why the
Lovely.
call was perfect?
Why was it perfect,
The
Chad?
double scouts came out on the side of NIP, and by doing a B rush, by using the utility quite proficiently and just snowballing quickly, getting that bomb down, they've completely negated the issue of getting tagged on up by those scouts. Now, if you get tagged by a scout, you'll be on about 30 HP. So by, I guess, avoiding a default, by avoiding limping out towards A, going through the bathroom positions, giving yourself as a chance to be tagged, they've taken the pressure off. They've posted round number 2 on the board. And if they go and do that again, NIP have 2 more scouts to play with.
Which team was it that did the whole, like, we're going to leave them on the bad guns?
It was NIP.
It was NIP back in the day, right?
So we're going back a couple years now.
This
We're
is a
definitely
while
going back
back.
like 4-ish years when Threat was first. I'm not spot on because it's been like pit to threat, pit to threat. You know how it goes, the flip-flop, the back and forth. Apparently not too many Swedish coaches. But Threat was more than happy, and this was with a different economy system, but to let them hold on to the bad guns. And the reason you would do that, or the reason that you would want to allow them to go for that, is if they think, oh, we got a FAMAS and a UMP, maybe we can force them behind that and have another crack, you're making them go into worse buys. You're not having to deal with the orbs, you're not having to deal with the rifles. I don't think we'll see NIP go for a buy behind these 2 scouts. It will just be USPs aplenty. And it looks like everybody's stacking B. So it's the
Go
rush again. This is going to be cluster.
Ooh, but tagging the scout shot, that might soften Mir up for a quick conversion on that USP. Not yet, St. Hampus is deleted. This will go the way of Spirit. Nailed it high, not going to find anything, but Disbalance has knocked them off their perch, and we've got ourselves a spotless round here. Plopsky's about to get a little hot and bothered. And that's the end of that one. Another double for SDY, clocking in another multi-kill round, 4 rounds in.
I'd like to just highlight really quickly, Marcus in chat just reached out and said that it seems that you like your runs like your wireless application protocol.
Exactly.
It's really nice.
Thank you so
Really
much.
good.
I
Thank
do
you,
love
Marcus,
my
at home.
wireless application protocol.
Marcus, long-time viewer, first-time commenter.
Chatter. Yeah, he's about those. Thank you very much. We are on to the buy round, though, Chatty. This is where it gets fun, right?
It should, but look, I don't think we'll see Team Spirit go for that B rush once more. That would be probably more of a standard approach, as Chopper didn't extinguish the Molotov. And because of that, well, no, he would have taken damage regardless. The nade straight to the dome puts him down to 29 points of health. Tactical nukes are deployed.
It's taking every fiber of my being not to try and do a macaroni in the pot bit.
Please.
I know, no.
Like, no, if you can make it work, but not like just like crowbar it in, I'll be actually really impressed. It doesn't have to be like now.
Of course not, of course
Throughout
not.
the game.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking about my macaroni. I do actually love macaroni cheese.
You used to be making pasta in the room, or?
I actually have 4 sachets of spinach and ricotta tortellini with a
I
Genovese
love-
pesto.
Oh, you love your pesto.
Pesto pasta fiend, but I swear to most people I meet, I say, you've never had proper pesto pasta until you've had mine.
Well, if you want to compare this round to pasta, they're currently boiling the pot.
I'd rather compare it to pasta if that's okay.
I'm sorry about my accent,
That's just me being a dick. But fortunately, that's my default setting, so we can carry on.
Narcissist, of course.
Absolutely. Self-aware somehow. How does he do it? How does he do it? Biggest ego in esports, everybody. They call me Machine.
I thought that was me.
No, second. Close second, though.
It is going to be a B finish, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds left. Thank you for bearing with us for a minute and 20.
Look, we've got Spirit on the T side. We know we're in for.
We've actually come prepared for this one. You know, we know that we can just say stupid things for a whole minute, and then the Counter-Strike happens. Here it comes.
Oh, the play-in. I want Hampus to do well. Oh, it was almost there. Plopsky tries to pick up the mantle, but the 2 players who are posted on B have been taken away.
Yeah, and this works again. You just start unknowing the uncertainty, and now the flash, though, that gives him back a chance. He could have knocked him off the perch, could have knocked him off the bomb, didn't go for the Hail Mary spray. And no, Alex, don't do it. You're walking on a fine line today. Chopper and Mir, though, 54 points of health combined. Quick maths.
Are they going to do the boost that we saw Fnatic do, Alex?
I would love that. It does look like it's certainly a viable option, but I think Spirit are more brute force, and they might just go for the whole 1-2 punch on the swing.
Bludgeon him to death.
Yeah, precisely.
Well, Nork's out of time. Sorry, mate, you don't have a kit. You haven't even tapped the bomb. You haven't drawn anyone out. You need to get the hell out. That M4 is your best friend at the moment as Chopper clears the bomb, sees nobody's home. It's like, yeah, that's fine. See you later, Nork. Chopper will do well to survive here. 10 HP. He goes down with the bomb, but it was a bit of a bonus.
Team Spirit are one of the teams in my mind, by the eye test, are most willing. This is the amount of health Chopper lost, by the way, at the start. So you can see the full run through of that molly, only brings him down, and then a nade on his head to 29. But wait, what does that say? Alex Richardson for Prime Minister. My G!
Oh,
Use my full name and everything. Oh, I need to take a picture of that. That's cool. I'm going to show my mum.
Can we go back to it really quick, just for his mum?
it's
Next round. It's all right. It's
okay.
all right. It will just be the Deagles behind this saved M4. In the
Mum,
hands
the
of
president.
NRP.
Mum, they want me to rule the country. Ironically.
Yeah, not seriously.
Not seriously.
You don't want us doing any of that
Good
nonsense.
grief. Have you seen my decision making?
Well, this could be good.
It's real nice, and it's not going to do
Ooh,
the
bit
kill, but
shy.
yeah,
Oh.
Twist wasn't quite mantled
Back
up.
on short. Is that 3 there? I think that's 3 from the CTs. Yeah, it is. Here with a big surprise. Didn't like it. Wait, they've got 2 out of this. Magic's maybe trying to recover the pieces, but overcommitted potentially. That's 2 rifles lost if they can recover those.
Bit of unconfirmed damage from SDY there. Through the boards. Keeping Hampers honest. Chopper has a lot of work to do here. Clearing out connector, that's one step in the right direction. Going towards A against pistols, it can be very squirrely. Lots of corners to check, lots of positions where you could just get traded 1-for-1. I feel like B would be the better finish, and we've seen Spirit love that side of the map. They're running a B-Rush simulator. Well, a B-Slow simulator. Or an Execute server. Or what's the one called where you play and the retake servers? That's the one I'm looking for. It took me a while. So if they use their nades, we've got 3 smokes in play. They have a Molotov for the barrel position, but Balance just wants to go on in. They're going quiet.
Yeah, hold on. This is going to be rough. Get your boots, get your coat. They're about to be flooding in here. Twist finds Sundai Young. This is good stuff from the CTs, all posted up the right place. You couldn't ask for anything better for NIP here in Disbalance. What are you meant to do with this?
Yeah, the AWP and get out.
It's about to be hunted down. So many low HP players. Oh, it's a chaotic finish. They only lose 1, though, and look at all those rifles hoovered up. What was the Hoover called from Teletubbies? Come on.
I didn't watch Teletubbies.
Nunu.
It was after my time.
Hoovered up like Nunu. Got to remember his
What a
name.
weird program that was.
Yeah.
Like, really very odd.
Very odd.
strange.
There was a child
In the sun.
as a son,
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
and
that's
they had
creepy.
They had televisions in their bellies.
Yes.
What was their purpose?
They were aliens,
Do
right?
you
Were they-
remember any of the
Were they
storylines?
educational? Was
don't
there?
think
Did we
so.
learn anything from Teletubbies, or was it pure just madness?
Boosty
Okay,
booster?
here we are.
So we saw this the other day, and they actually
Yeah.
made it work once against Complexity.
NIP might fall into the trap of going for a late boost. But what's interesting is that it seems almost counterintuitive to be stack nading that early and then wanting to catch them off with a 5-man stack there. Surely that's enough to deter them from maybe not jumping on that thing
Well,
you're hoping to
I
punish.
think because they've been going for B rushes, you might see more
I
CT
see.
sides go for 4-man leans
Fair.
by having a player up heaven. But the problem is by making no noise and using no utility at the start of the round, look what's happened. NIP, they haven't had to use any utility of their own. They're postured forward. And now as the clock simmers on through, oh dear.
They're doing the same thing again.
This is very cheeky
Wait.
from Spirit.
Why?
Because they're just creeping in with no noise, no
Why
contact.
is nobody home? They're in the
No one's
site.
used nades. Look how many grenades are left on both sides.
Wait. Hampers?
Solved it. Solves the mystery. Double. Magic's in trouble too. His taps are deadly.
Oh, nice work
Episode
from
of Flashdance out here. Magic's down to 30. Disbalanced full health, but he's lost his teammates, and oh, there we go. That's the first and the only frag that Spirit have been able to post.
All right, Disbalance.
That was an odd round, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was very, very strange.
We don't see many of those, do we?
No, so I get kind of what Spirit are going for, and I think NIP, when they hear no nades, are aware of what's set up and what strategy is being used. Oh, I just realized you've made the footstep. They know where you are. They're coming in. The sharks are in the water. They can smell blood, and Plopsky will be the one to draw it as NIP battling back into this one now. And look at Hampus. He's just like, I'm just chilling. You guys just walking in. No nades, no flashes. Just hitting some shots, easy as you like. When Hampus...
Oh, wait, where's...
No, this is different. Well, they're different team 1, right? So maybe this is the NIP fan cam. What was the NIP fan cam before? They won that previous one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, well. It'll come back, Alex, I promise. Well, just keep your phone ready, all right? Keep it ready.
Round 8. I am excited to see if they can really get away with doing the same thing again. Here it is, and there it goes. Plopski's got absolutely no bullets. Mir's got 11 spare after that one. Makes a bit of a meal of it, but there's more snacks onto the side for Hampus. Mir gone. No, as well, and now Nork's connecting. Seems NIP have managed to finally weather this storm consistently and cleanly, which will be slowly whittling away at what Team Spirit can present. It seems that in the CIS, the alphabet starts with the second letter.
B.
Well done, Chad. Yeah.
He's got his crayons out. He's saying letters.
That's B.
By the way, did you make a hamper joke about Hampus with the snacks?
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. I didn't know if you did.
It's just my brain being weird, because obviously I have no real other access point to my vocabulary other than what it jumps to. I'm like, Hampus, hamper, food, snacks, he's having a snack.
Did you guys ever have the Christmas hampers?
Yeah, that was like, I mean, it was never something I had, but I knew like,
it was on
I had
TV.
lots of like upper middle class friends
saw it
with
in
big
Marks and
houses that
Spencer's.
had their Fortnum and Mason jars of chutney.
I just didn't. I never had any. I never really liked the food that came with them.
Yeah, it didn't feel like the best bulk buy.
It's like the business,
Someone else
it's the
is
business
picking you-
equivalent of like compulsory flowers, you know? It's like
Compulsory flour.
people just said, yeah, you know when like you've done something wrong and it's like this kind of weird relationship problem where you seem to have communicated that for some reason the gift of a dead plant slowly dying in your living room is the only way to repair
Well,
the
they
bond.
look pretty when I send them.
Fair. You sent me flowers. I think when I had surgery at one point. That's very nice.
But that's when
That's quite
that's when you want to
pleasant, yeah.
let someone know you care. When
That's
it's
true.
like I've
Not an apology
screwed
one.
up and I have to buy you some dead plants, not animals. That would be odd.
It's a dead
animals, that
That would be odd.
That wouldn't be where what I'd be sending. Depends on the type of person you're dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, if he was like the Pied Piper showing up with some dead rats, he'd be well happy with that.
I think I've only ever bought flowers as an apology once. The rest of the time, I would just send them.
Plopski is still alive, is the end of my
we're
sentence.
cool, we're cool.
That's where I'll end that one.
We've got about another 20 seconds before there's a
Oh,
duel.
you're right. I forgot. Let's talk about Pokemon or something.
How do you do weird champ again? Rush, is it which capitals?
W.
Yeah, capital W, capital C. Yes,
yeah,
correct.
No worries.
Wow,
Just
the-
you
You
know.
weird champing right now?
Well, Henry enjoyed chat's reaction. Hold on. We might enjoy
dear.
this too. Mir's done well there. It's worked. Well, they've been boosting around the place. I just want to see them convert it. We've been seeing them getting
They're
away with
coming
these
back
weird
to B.
gimmies. But this B affinity, they don't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
They were close towards A.
I mean, there's one towards long. That's about the closest we've seen them get. But yes, the one map, or rather the one site on this map for Team Spirit, again to be hit. And it seems like Hampus is having no issues collecting himself another wonderful multi. They have found
get the
themselves,
ace here.
Chad, they've genuinely found themselves like a fragging in-game leader with all the tools he needs. I'm actually really happy to see, and I know this sounds like I'm celebrating the loss of Lekro, I'm not, but it does feel like this is a role that Hampus was designed for. Lekro was simply filling in the gaps.
And I think this is why Threat made the call of bringing in Hampus, because he's an in-game leader who wants to be an in-game leader. And it's maybe not that Lekro didn't want to continue being the in-game leader, just he wasn't a natural choice for it, right? He was somebody who had to pick it up because nobody else would. And we've seen that a lot in Counter-Strike over the last couple of years, people picking up that position. And it's not one that you want to be going, oh, I guess I'll be the in-game leader of the team. You want someone with conviction behind it. And speaking of conviction, the last 4 rounds that NIP have been able to post on the board, they have only lost a total of 5 players.
where
So
they're going?
clean rounds. They're going B line, of course.
I like the stack. I guess there's like an approach, an idea of how to quell it early. But there is that player towards underpass, so it's not all but easy for these CTs as much as it is that they won't go B again. Surely. No, here they are.
So I guess the early warning signal of Nork posted up with the AWP, he can swing between the fountain position and once again, hold up. Let's see how this boost goes. Complexity were well and truly ready for it. It looks like Hampus is too.
1, 2.
Well, they're flashing this time. Okay, that's much
Nice.
smarter. There's one extra step.
Yeah, and it did catch off Twist on that barrel's position. Hampus, though, has been such a thorn in Team Spirit's side. He's going to be tested once again. He has the potential to smoke it. Surprised he hasn't. Once confirmation of the commitment, now would be prime. And he's going to be a little bit pressured by Chopper. He can do it now. Down to 25, and he's not going to be able to contribute a thing. Nork, Plopski locked out. A 2v3, though, they will have to go for this, or at least consider it, see what they can find, see what space they can make. Disbalance is in a prime position to really knock them off this perch. A flash from Nork, it's not, it's an incendiary. And it's right on his nose! Still gets the frag, though. And traded by Nork. Good shots, can't find the one dig. In a different universe, that's some sexy Counter-Strike.
So just Can you just confirm, because I'm getting flashbacks to that complexity game against Spirit. This is what they did against them, right? They just went B the whole time.
Yeah, and that was the extra step that I was talking about, because with that boost, it got absolutely destroyed by complexity every time they wanted to do it.
Config, right?
Config was watching it. I think there was I think Obo as well, or Rush. They were ready for it as well. And this time round, the only change was that of the flash coming through. So you could see Hampus was watching that position. He has to tuck away. In that time, they find an opening onto Twist, and the pressure on the B bomb site gets too much. But back towards B we go. Molotov over towards the sandbag position to make sure the CTs can't go aggressive and take sewer control.
Look, after watching Vertigo, where it's just like fight on ramp unless you're maybe one or two teams, I don't mind the map being cut in half. Apparently, it can be very viable.
This might be a bit of a quicker pop here. You can see them still set up towards spawn with the smoke for Heaven. This is on Chopper, so as soon as they have enough territory, they might go. And once again, it is the 2-3 split, so only 3 NIP players to defend against 5. Just waiting for the timer, waiting for the call. They're going to think they're boosting, so if they go a little bit different timing on this, they might catch them off.
That's way too deep. I don't know if Plopsky knows that, so they'll be able to disrespect that completely. Molotov's out of position regardless, so they're going for the same hit again. 3 CTs, make it 4, will be there upon receipt. And there isn't a single nade here. They've only got the smokes on SDY. They still find a way in. This is such a different way to play the game, and now Magix has caught another. They are such rascals. Little rapscallions are Team Spirit. And look at... he's been rumbled.
Just finds the tip. Nicely done by Twist. Looks again, finds another. Couldn't make a third out of it, but he's made this round seem a little bit more viable. Nork, Neil was blind as a bat, but didn't seem to matter. I don't think bats are blind. I think I've said that before. But still, Rez, the 1v3. This is unwavering attention towards B from the T side, and surely they're like, they'll do it again. We've got to stack it out, but what can Rez do? 3 kills? Can he catch anyone on the way out, potentially?
That's if someone comes to him and then accelerate on the retake. With that full set of nades, it could be possible, but he needs to find a frag now, and he might just. Chopper getting too inquisitive for his own good, or maybe for Rez's own good, as the frag will come through. Chopper finishes it off. A nice little surf there at the tail end of things, and this was the boost this time round as, well, it felt like the CTs were going for one of their own. It's nice stuff there from Mir. He's been the opening on this B site in back-to-back moments, and if they can grab another one, yeah, Rez a bit confused on what's going on there. He's checking me, he's clearing me. I shouldn't be saving in plain sight.
So I think this highlights to me as well, something that I really enjoy is, I guess, weird to talk about a team outside of the game, but it does relate. Complexity being so well prepared for this in comparison to now what we've seen from NIP, who it's not like they're not prepared, but you saw the direct counters coming out from Complexity, or the hyper-awareness of the boosts they like to do, and the bits and the pieces that make it a little bit more characterized. I don't know how NIP is going to adjust from this, because as I said, it does seem like they just constantly do this.
Well, if they can continue to go for the approach and get away with it, NIP will have to start going more aggressive across the rest of the map. And there, Rez was actually aggressive, to be fair. They just were losing that opening duel again. And in both ways they've lost it. It has been through boost. So I want to kind of stay on that one little detail. It's the same idea, but it's a different approach just with the nuances of the round. And we can see the totem boost coming in again. Now, if NIP were to go for something a little bit cheeky, they only have this AWP to work with. I was going to say maybe they'd have to set up a couple of more aggressive stances. Probably will be cleared and they probably will be checked. It's just a very, very interesting round to have all 10 members, not even all 5, all 10 members over the same side of the map within the first 30 seconds. Now the re-rotation will come in. NIP, of course, have to respect the fact it could be A. The AWP now in transition away, and they're just walking into B. So Spirit, they're just patient. That's it. They're not worrying about having to get away with anything else across the map. Execute onto B, and away we go.
Yeah, rinse, repeat. It works, and this time it should be, if anything, a little bit simpler, as they are simply against Deagle, P250, and obviously the remaining AWP. But other than that, there isn't really much to write home about here. Do they see Plopsky? Oh yeah, definitely see now. Mere nice work pushing forward. Hampus has found one piece of success. A little bit of damage done, so there are a couple of threats, but it looks like they are dissipating as we speak.
Yeah, this T side, I mean, do you know what's interesting, Chad, is we just watched, you know, the Mirage T side from Spirit again fall flat.
Yeah.
But now we're watching their rather unique approach to a T side on Overpass. Is it just could it be something as simple as they can't get away with this style of play on Mirage? You couldn't be doing coordinated mid takes every round and finishing on the same site. Like, you almost have to be taking mid control. In Overpass, that's not such a big conversation. So Spirit, this seems to attribute well to their style of play, their way Chopper likes to call.
I think on a map like Overpass, on the T side, you get to dictate what type of fights you want to play, right? If you go over towards A, that changes. They can be aggressive towards long. They can be, you know...
Lots of unknowns.
Exactly. Mirage is a map where you don't get to dictate the fights in the same way because CTs have so many aggressive gears. They go for the mid control. They're pushing a ramp. They're pushing Palace. They go for B apps control. They're pushing underpass. Everywhere a fight could come your way.
But why haven't we seen them do what Tessus was doing just yesterday, where we saw them constantly just, you know, a little brawl and underhand flash, you go fountain, you call it clear, you sweep through playground, suddenly you've got 4 players dug in on to B 20 seconds into the round.
They've gone a little bit aggressive and they're going again right now. So this is the problem. Even Vitality tried this, Complexity tried it, they got beaten down, they got pushed back.
It's true.
And the thing is they can post up. The T's have the advantage. If you want to push through the pipe or if you want to take a fight at that pipe right there at Monster, it's a left eye peak, right? So consider that. Consider you're going through a very tight choke point. We have had them go aggressive over towards A. They've pushed up Fountain. Nork's been there babysitting with the AWP. Rez has pushed even more far forward and gone for a flank in the previous. But you can only push so far, right? If you continue to go, eventually you're going to get to a point where there might be Chopper watching the flank. There might be somebody a little bit more posted forward. There's a level of respect that needs to be given regardless. In the back of your mind, you go, well, wait, are they going to keep going B? When is the gear change-up going to happen?
Yeah.
It might not be this round, but next round I'm assuming we'll see something more A-heavy. They've definitely conditioned NIP.
And here it comes, another execute from short. The flashes are perfect, the CTs are scared. Twist, shadows, and pre-fires into both. Needs a third. It's Chopper to fall, and they do manage to convert a full B defense. And this is when it gets even more interesting, Chad, because you already said, you know, maybe they have to go somewhere else. They've just fallen flat at B. Maybe that's going to be a little more from NIP to be prepared for somewhere else. That's a nice double from Twist. Really nice. Rez with the same.
I consider them going back towards B just with a pace shift up, right? And the reason I say that is because the money situation on a few of the players from Spirit wasn't fantastic, and you see what that's done to the buy. Emir has a Mac 10, SDY has a Deagle, and they will go towards A. So it's a sight shift up as well as potentially, okay, not a pace shift up. They need to respect the molly this time. I think Chopper remembers what happened to him earlier.
But you see how lovely that was? By respecting the molly, Nork went aggressive party and immediately was like, yeah, nothing here. Here we are. Standard day in the office. And so all that space is theirs for free now as Chopper and Disbalance walk on up. In the meantime, though, an aggressive boost. NIP are searching for info.
Honestly, want them to just show a little over towards A. Just like a little, you know, flash, util steps, whatever. And just bang it back to B. It looks like it could be the case, bearing in mind where the bomb is. But we'll see. We'll see if they find success anywhere early on. They are down to their last smokes. Molly and 2 flashes, I think, between all of them. So, again, Magic's so much room to have here.
Seems so sketchy, but it works for them so well.
You need to watch Nork right now. Okay, that would have been everything. Sorry, Rush. It was just if that duel was won, A was open, and now the round can simmer on out. You can go back to everyone's regular business. Sorry, guys.
All good.
Chad's queuing up to get back into the observer room.
He's chomping at the bit, isn't he?
Oh, I just, you know, trying to keep track of the
I'll
action.
bring Rush out. It doesn't bother me. Or Rush, if anything. Yeah, this one's fizzled out. Maybe. Because Mir's found 2 out of nowhere, so suddenly there's a little bit of room. It really shouldn't be much, though. We've got 30 seconds. They have the bomb. They have the gun? Yeah, I guess they're switching and changing a little bit here, but Plopsky can start this before any threats build. 20 seconds, it can be denied. That's 1. That's 2. Gorgeous work. Nicely handled. NIP, shut it down.
It's going to be a tight half. 8-7 on the cards either way here. Money not fantastic on the Team Spirit side of things. The Ninjas eventually being able to crack the code, going into the final round of play here with the double orbs. Shot from Plopsky just to finish off the low HP Mir with a headshot. Overkill, but necessary. As Plopsky will have the AUG on out. A little bit unfortunate for Twist going into the final round of play with the Famous. On the other side of things, it's Mac 10s, Tech 9s, Deagles, utility, and well, the B-bomb site. Who would have thunk it?
Mixing it up.
Real different approach here from Team Spirit. Oh,
might just walk
contact.
in. How has he got the space? The flashbang is so spot on. They've just walked into the site off the back of the flash from SDY. NIP caught out. This last round is supposed to be a hamstrung T side, but this looks like far from it. If anything, they've is that a word? Nope. Sprinted into the site.
Sprint.
He sprant, Lauren.
There's more flashes here as well, so as soon as they take contact, a flash should come over from Mia. There it is.
Oh, they've even got a molly, smokes. They can use whatever they want to buy any of this time, cut the site however they want, but Magic's is the one to really kick things off. But he goes down, and suddenly Nork's trying to make a go of this one, but quickly Chopper's there. Rez can do what he wants, but he's having to play against the time, and Chopper denies it. It is a weird match. There's no other way to say it, but Spirit do lead on the half by only playing one bomb site.
That I need you and I'm not afraid to show that. Anything, anything on your everything, everything on your anything on your everything. My world falls down when you pick me up. I came up from a small town, no one hit me up. Now they wanna be my friend. Everybody play pretend, but now I'm pulling up in a Bentley. No, really ain't you can tell me. What? I just wish somebody would help me. This lifestyle is not healthy. I could buy you anything, anything on your everything, everything on your anything, anything on your everything. I could buy you anything, anything on your everything, everything on your anything, anything on your everything. She's a God girl. Welcome to my God's world. Fell in love with the diamonds and pearls. Yeah, we do what we want when we want. Saks Fifth with the new Saint Laurent. Party too lit, get kicked out. All alone, that's the only way to live now. Yeah, we do what we want when we want. I'ma get you anything that you want. I could buy you anything, anything on your everything, everything on your anything, anything on your everything, everything. I could buy you anything, anything on your everything, everything on your anything, anything on your everything. I could buy you anything, anything on your everything, everything on your anything, anything on your everything, everything.
I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I call a shot to the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'ma dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50.
Third map of the first series today. ESL Pro League's back in action with NIP Spirit. And we're on Overpass. We've already had a whole lot of fun, whole lot of laughs. It's Team Spirit's T-side that gave them the 8th. And so winning to past half just by the smallest of margins. We've had some lovely creativity in T-Spawn. My personal favorite, the frowny purple face. And speaking of frowny purple face, Chad is joining us here in the studio.
Hello, everybody.
Lauren Pansy Scott, of course, with us as well. 3 descending early for the CT side. There's going to be some contact here. We've got a brawl.
Ooh, we love a bit of that. So does Spirit coming up with 2 of the kills here. And Plopsky, goodbye. There goes the bomb, and quickly the rest of the ninjas try and pile back in. You don't get to go to Spirit's site. You don't get to go towards B. No, 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 no.
Buh.
Buh.
Curse.
Have you got your crayons out still?
No, I ordered some stuff today, Lauren. I have some Sharpies and some Post-it notes that are coming tomorrow.
What for? Just general.
We're in the hotel room. I'm going to be
stationery.
there for so long. I just want to put like all the, white pepper
Yeah.
up on the walls and be creative, draw some things.
Isn't there a scene where someone goes a little bit mad?
It's going to be very artistic.
Zodiac Killer. Oh,
Very artistic.
Very artsy is the term that I would prefer to use. Alex?
Alex loves that word.
Alex, Raj, can you cast the eco round for us?
It looks like the terrorists see one. Will they see another? Maybe here, just catching a glimpse. This terrorist does see this.
Use your words. Remember the words we went over today.
They're gonna peek and they're dying here. They're getting homicided, and one left alive. Don't think he's gonna do much. Glock though, we've seen him with it. You know, we know he can do some crazy stuff. R easy in the chats. He can probably nail this one down.
I like it, Rush. Keep it up.
By disbalance, he's gonna get. Oh, Rez gets brained. That's unlucky.
Brained.
It wasn't even a
That was
headshot.
one of his words.
Yeah, no, well, he got it homicided as well in there.
Homicided?
Yeah, that one I think we're banning.
God.
That one is going to be banned.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Needs some work.
Perhaps.
No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was
Fantastic.
it delivered from a comedic value standpoint.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Content, all-time high.
But yeah, commentary, just 50% a thesaurus for the word kill and 50% not getting fired.
That's how easy our job is, guys. Just
That's it.
don't mess up. Just
all
don't.
you have
That's
to
all.
do.
That's what in the manual when we start. Is don't mess up.
Jason Mosato gave us those beautiful words.
Yep.
You know, just don't mess it up.
Everyone.
Someone decided that apparently, casters knew of all the scandals and we've been keeping it secret. I love that.
that was
assumption.
Oh yeah, with the coaches.
Mate, I lost it. I was actually in a certain way. But,
Cheeky, peeky, sneaky.
all right, 1-for-1 trade out, but it does eventually go the T's way. NIP showing them a whole new world.
Oh, he's done
Towards A.
so well. The fact he did the significant damage to Rez, then with his FAMAS adjusted into a Hampus, it's given him a real big into this CT side with a flank as well.
Oh, Mia.
Yeah, he can deny so many options to them. He's opted for connector.
Yeah, the long rotation from A back through spawn, it's not the most frequent, and with 50 seconds left, it definitely is possible, but Mia's searching for information. By cutting off the connector rotation, it means that it's less likely NIP can sell a fake over towards A and then drop back down, trying to do a bit of silly business. So it will be the A finish, as we see Nork squeaking up long, or squawking would have been better. Couple of flashes, but it feels like they're just going in dry. They don't actually want to throw any utility.
It's AKs v FAMAS in this instance. I feel like going in dry might be their best bet. No smokes to play around. It's a headshot exchange. There's a
There we
perfect
go.
proof of my point. There you go. Magic's pulled the trigger first. Nork's weapon's better and bigger. His weapon's good too.
Still doable. Has a kit, has utility. Nork's low.
Yeah, this nade could do everything. He's got a smoke. You're right, Chad. He's got all of the tools in his arsenal necessary. And we go X-ray off. It's time to play in the line of sight of Mir himself, and that smoke really giving a perfect guise. The nade, he knows it's prominent, but he wants information first, and he's just presented his back. Does sweep into Twist, but a precise shot finds his double, and they all hoover up all the goodies they need. So that's the 8th now on the board for the NIP squad.
Balance just bought a Deagle, so it doesn't look like Team Spirit are going for the full investment. They're just going for the partial buy. These were some fantastic headshots there to clear out the bomb site. And I think one of the points, if we want to talk about what we've seen from NIP in the past, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is how meticulous they are when clearing the site. You see a lot of other teams, they throw like the front site smokes, and then they try and plant, and then they play retake within the bathrooms. Well, NIP are the type of squad who will clear out the entire bomb site and force you to actually take fights as you're coming out bank, as you're coming out CT, and they'll be more rooted within the site, right? They'll be at the truck position, they'll be forward of the bomb boxes, they'll be making it more difficult. And that allows them to play the post plants a little bit differently. What's through that door? Do you remember play school? You had you went through the window. There was like a window you went through. Maybe that was Australian play school.
Had a window for
I forgot,
children
yeah.
to go through?
No, well,
like a-
no. There was a
Break
TV,
into that house,
TV
kids.
show play school.
No,
Oh, we didn't have the TV show. I thought you had like kind of... Oh, wait, is my microphone in front of my mouth? It is.
it's
Yeah.
just a little low.
Oh, right, what was I saying? Play school
didn't
windows.
have
Yeah,
that.
did you have like, what you were talking about, like a kind of a dog door for children?
No. No.
Kind of would be fun,
Was
though.
it play school? I think it was play school. I'm going to Google it 1 second.
Yeah, go. Do your thing, Mr. Scribble.
It's the squiggle.
Damn it.
So close.
Plant to be done. No one's home. And around with very little to report. If anything, I can tell you that the weather here in Cologne is a mild yet exciting 25 degrees. Goodness, not mild at all.
Mild yet potentially exciting is this. Ooh, a little bit more on the exciting end of the scale than mild. As the pistols do a little bit of work, but does unravel all the hidden bits and bobs for the CTs. We're stuck for a fight. This is... I don't like it too much. It gets a little dangerous to keep hold of those rifles, but again, I just want them to keep the round clean.
Highs of 30 next week, Chad. You weren't lying.
Oh, I'm going to be
the weather
so
was coming.
uncomfortable. I'm just not made for warmth.
Well, we're going to enjoy our days out there. I think I might go to bed as early as possible, and then I can get up early. I can go for my nice little bridge walk. For those interested about Mr. Squiggle, originally known as Mr. Squiggle and Friends, is an Australian children's television series and the name of the title character from that ABC show. The show was presented on television in many formats between its inception on the 1st of July 1959 and 1999 for 5-minute slots to 1.5-hour variety show featuring other performers. Now, let's get back underway here as number
Myself,
20.
Chad and Henry watched over 4 hours of that show on our projector at home. Very engaging.
You should watch... honestly, the one to watch back would be Dick and Dom. They were actually quite
In the
funny.
bungalow?
Yes, quite funny. Surprisingly, a lot of adult humour there in child shows.
I'm sure.
Love that. Yeah, there's so many of them when you watch back, like Disney movies. It's mad, but this is a good round, though, to look into, because 9 to 10 is quite close here.
Yes.
I want to see if there's anything unique happening. I thought maybe a bit of a spot was coming out from Some Die Young.
The 4-man B-lean is interesting here. It hasn't actually been the...
Oh, this is perfect
to the
timing.
side. They have to... Ooh.
Oh, he saw one at least?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he saw a thigh. And now jiggling in on the scoped
Good info.
eye. Great work from Mir, and they won't have to announce it either. So Hampus is set up for success, or rather, defeat.
Well, that's a monster smoke coming out here. So this is fantastic work on the fly from Spirit. They're locking out NIP. More information gathers. Magic clears the tunnel. Now they know where Twist is. The bomb's down. There's 59 seconds left. Rez is having to quickly get his trainers on and run all the way back over towards the B bomb site. But look at the over-rotation from Spirit. They have 3 towards A here. They've re-smoked Monster again. There is a door in for Ninjas.
No doggy door. No windows. Molly towards short. Oh, another slow T round. I'm not used to this pace now. I guess it has to be, of course, but another Molly denying short progress. And the 2 from Monster slowly linger forward.
Oh,
That's
nice
a
shot.
stunner from Rez. You cannot ask for any better. Mere head down, tucked in. No Mollies on the T side, so they can't clear it.
Time is the whole factor here, but Twist is the one to find the head. Spray control from SDY as the bomb gets denied. 10 seconds for Plopsky. He's got Chopper closing in. That's the round. That frag from Disbalance should be enough to confirm it. Plopsky can't do anything. You can see he starts to back away for survival and maintenance of that weapon and armor. And he does get away with it. Chopper very quiet on his hunt, so he will survive to thrive another day. Let's see this opening. That's Snork catch out, but this was Hampus being caught with an 8 in his hand.
This is the headshot. That's fantastic stuff.
This is the denial. Look at that. Just a straight, completely no information plant. Yeah, that's Snork's face summarizing exactly my sentiments. So very good shooting from Disbalance.
That opening duel, you noted the information was given. That's why Magics could take that fight with such confidence. You know, normally when you're jiggle peeking a corner, you're assuming someone's home, but when you're guaranteed that someone's home, it makes that intent a little bit different. So the money situation for NIP has required a timeout. Threat needs to talk it through with Hampus and decide how they want to move forward. With the save AK of Plopsky, it's incited a buy. So Rez has one as well. Deagle for Hampus at the moment. We'll see what Nork and co want to go for as we can bring up the scores on the doors as the score is currently 11-9 in favor of Team Spirit. Map number 3, Series 1, 19 kills for Mia, 13 for SDY, 13 for Idis Balance, and those other things, Plopsky and Hampus with 16 and 11 for Nork. Let's get back underway.
Here we go. I do want to ask a question to you guys in a bit of, do you remember Mr. Ben, if you ever recall that TV show? Nork, though, taking a lot of damage. Have a think on it. As Some Die Young, the most forward player so far for Team Spirit, maybe looking for a little bit of info, because the 4-play stack towards B again ever present.
Oh, great flash. I love the little details.
I just like the way that we can see that Spirit clearly have the intention of always blowing that door off, because if at the very least, Disbalance can jump for info here. There is also wall bangs, nades, flashes, as we've already seen. It does really limit the NIP using the connector as a bit of a limbo between the two sites.
And denying that for NIP makes all the information that they gather on their default rounds over towards A kind of useless, because as they try and rotate back through, they have to worry about an earlier point of information being given up.
Some good counter-strike from Spirit. It's very exciting to see.
Well, they have their Dougs in the right places here as a third man in limbo of Chopper is still close by. I think he's just rotated back down towards Heaven for B, but he can be back in a moment.
Right, Idis Balance, just peeks away, but calls can be made.
Noisy.
Sunday Young is not being subtle, but still works out for him. Here comes the rest of the hit. I thought that could have been 2 in the right timing, but it wasn't. Backs away to bank, isolates his player on long, so Sunday Young kind of left to do what he can. This is a tough scenario to be in. All of the T's pouring in, and Twist puts him out of his misery. Bomb planted, T's now have the time on their side.
Oh my god, Plopski's had so many nades thrown at him. He's running away with 8 HP. Hard retake. Disbalance while Flash actually pulls the trigger successfully. Now this could get awkward. Twist, it's another great shot, but from Optimus, it is Mir that does stand supreme.
Plopski has a flash here. Nork will pick on it. Oh, he's fluffed it.
Shots though, all hitting. The ninjas have done it. Chopper has to hold it. Nork jumps to confirm he's off it. Doesn't need to give him the fight. And 9 getting a bit nervy. Nork, fortunately, isn't. Ice in his veins. Chopper has no time. He'll be trying to retreat in a safe corner. There should be fine. No, not quite. He was down at 46. Couldn't quite get the distance necessary. Nork quite the opposite. He survives. But let's see this one. Look how long SDY pulled them in. So many sprays. He gave it his best shot. Twist, however, did manage to deal with him in the end. This was Nork saving the round, really. The flash failed, but frags did not.
Yeah, it didn't even matter, really, did it? So good stuff from Nork to convert right there, and it got dicey towards the tail end. Chopper almost doing enough damage. But, not getting across the line in the final
throws.
This is a good game. Yeah, and now Spirit, as they're down on an eco, that means NIP really need to be opting for a clean round. There are 2 Deagles, Chopper and SDY, but NIP, because they're running with a couple Galils, light utility, are looking to keep this one as safe as possible, safe as houses. Another B lean from Spirit. This time 2 towards the underpass, 3 were just corralled over towards the B bomb site itself. And now the rotation from Chopper will come back in. This is just a slow, standard approach from NIP through long, using the range to their advantage, probably having a very good idea that they're up against the pistols, don't want to get up close and personal with any pesky 5.7s or P250s. CZ75s, also a bit of a nuisance. Okay, lining up the nades now.
Okay.
Nice. Gonna see all the business going on. Oh, good work from Chopper. It's how much can Chopper really do? That's big, though. That's cut off some of the approach here. Chopper just gonna have to post up. There's not much more he can really create of his own accord, so it is down to the last 2 to make something of it. Magix gets a rifle, gets taken away. Sunday Young.
This is interesting. If he hits the shot, that early damage did get converted nicely, and so with 3 good casualties, Team Spirit do keep the T side honest. We'll be seeing the full buy coming in as well. Plenty of sacrifices to be made, at least for Magix. Disbalance in the regard of utility. Same could be said for Chopper with a single smoke. Now, Chad, when you've got this kind of util set, can I ask for some CT aggression early?
You probably need it. They need to see if they can find an opening, because you won't just be able to stall out the choke points with the utility. And we've seen the proficiency for Team Spirit to throw monster smokes from anywhere on that B bomb site. So as they don't have a lot of nades, they might not use them quickly, and this could be the perfect call from the ninjas. They're going fast.
They failed their monster smoke as well. Magic's got the info, but on the flash, it's not worked out, and look at that. The spiky Swede once again pierces into the B site. It's Chopper to hold them back, and he's doing some regular work. There's only 1 man left. In the blink of an eye, Chopper mows down 3. On to Nork.
Thank you, Rush. Okay, so AWP now noted, but hard to ignore its presence. But that final player, Sunday Young, where is he? Does Nork have the information? He did get a kill, but I disbalance. Not going to be too far away from that.
Chopper, can we see that one again? Look what it's done to the ninjas. They will not be able to bring all of the goodies into the next. Let's see how quickly he gets that multi-kill. Nice shot from Rez. This was where I thought the round would have been over, but it was Chopper, just a quick adjustment. That 3rd frag straight through the smoke. Turning the X-ray off helps you appreciate the nonsense just a little bit more, but it's a 12-11 scoreline. 3rd map, 1st game.
Oh, they're going in
10th
again.
day.
All right, well, we're not at the all-in stage, because if NIP can get the bomb down, they can continue to get some extra money in the back pocket, but it looks like they're going for a fast B again. Is Nork throwing an early smoke towards Heaven? Yes, he is, and the nade into Monster does damage. Mir this time, he shuts it down.
That's huge work. That's instantly just stamped out any flames, fire, or smoke that was beginning. And, well, NIP, you can't run the Spirit strat that just rush B against them.
Oh!
That's a little sneaky. That's a free B you'll take.
Okay. Let's see how this one pans out, because there's no CT-sided aggression. They're actually quite defensive on the side. They're removing the guns so that Hampus can't pick up the weapon he just made available on the ground, and Chopper making sure it's even further away. So with only these pistols in play, they definitely need Nork on the Deagle to find an opening. But just look how far back Team Spirit are. All the way on the side. SDY on the trash can, or the rubbish bin, or the dumpster. As iDisbalance will spot that of Twist. And now I think the jig is up.
Twist has gone slightly close. I guess Sumdai Young will be the one to try and deal with an awkward angle to play on. Looking for Hampus to come into this. That's the angle he was waiting on. There's Hampus dealt with. Nicely done. Really well played by Spirit.
Stretching their legs a bit here, and they might even get more done, because NIP, by going for the force buy right there, they've only left themselves with roughly over 2K on all of their members going into round number 25. As you can see, Mir, that's all it took. 2 big frags, locks it down. And this one here, interesting from Hampus. A couple bullets through, gets a freebie. But I think the game at this point is actually really in the hands of Spirit. It's their game to drop. It's their game to lose right now. This one here should be a locked-in 14. Going into the next round, maybe a $2,400 loss bonus for NIP, as long as I'm doing my maths correctly, which means it'll be another middle-of-the-pack buy. It'll be AKs and Galils. It'll be utility almost good on every single player. And they will just be stalling things out. There's no rush. Everyone can sit back, relax, put your feet up, have a sip of your favorite beverage, whatever that may be. Maybe if you have a couple of emails you need to delete, now would be the time. Unsubscribe from a few spam sites that people have signed you up because
I thought it was funny,
like
Chad,
you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking as well, because of course with the P250, that is a weapon of mass destruction, Lauren. $300?
It's a lot.
300. Imagine how, like, that's dinner for 6 people with dessert. And he's
even a starter.
He's invested all of that full meal for 6 into this round. So keep your eyes on Hampus. This is going to be a quick one. Disbalance gonna just pluck 2 out along. There's Hampus spending his money wisely, and he does manage to make it pay for himself. And at least that's something. But regardless of our silly jokes, it is Team Spirit getting very close to converting the series. So serious business, both teams picking up their map picks in a similar margin, which leaves us with Overpass, the closest of the bunch. And my goodness, it could get a little closer if NIP can contest now. But taking a quick look at the rounds they've strung together, there we are. 4 is all they've managed to post on this T side so far. And Spirit, quite the contrary, are looking set for success. Let's see if they can mix it up a little. Smoking the molly, so a bit faster. Hampus starting straight out towards the playground, Nork in tow. And SDY and Disbalance have gone for quite an aggressive setup. Magic's just burning his toes a little bit.
That was a curious thought right there. Were they trying to run boost over the Molotov so Mir could circle jump into sewer? Either way, it doesn't really matter at this stage.
Sounds nice, though.
Concept's wonderful.
It's saucy. So there's a timer on this setup.
Yeah.
Now that the smoke's gone into bathrooms, a rotation will have to come through, and I think that'll be Chopper having to come over and plug this hole. SDY and iDisbalance don't have to move right now, and if they stay where they are... Ooh, Hampus, careful now.
Oh, that was nice and quick from iDisbalance. Beautiful with the AWP, and now the T's struggling with 4. And bear in mind, Twist is disconnected. He's the one kind of tasked with keeping B ever present as they do start to posture a little towards those bathrooms, but that stack on long has felt the timing shifted, fallen away slightly, even with Chopper still large and in charge.
Looks like there's a bit of indecision right now. Lauren Hampus, the in-game leader, is dead, meaning he has to call from the back lines. Might be a disconnect on who he needs to go forward and find the frag, because he has been an entry factor. Setting up for the A hit, 2 smokes, a Molotov and a nade. That's all they have to work with. 26 seconds.
Getting very, very dangerous. We will see the smokes and Molotov start to fly in. SDY likely going to have to do this one alone. Disbalance will be smoked off, I thought. No, he's got a line of sight. He's going to hurt them. Twist is gone. Plopsky likely as well. He's doing well already, and it's only Nork. 1 versus 4. No time, no hope. And it will be the 15th for Spirit. They are set for success in this series. First Vitality, now NIP.
That's some big names.
That's some big Overpass scalps as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like taking down NIP on Overpass is a it's a huge win.
And I want to remember Nuke. I think that I've seen the best and the worst in Spirit sometimes. Mirage is a dire scenario. But the nuke was outstanding. Those clutches, I disbalance. A little bit of a throwback in that round, it felt, from him here. Clutching out those great rifle plays, but there's another bite of the cherry here for NIP, and they need this one to work. Some die young. Flashed up, very stationary.
Must hear something
Steps.
soon.
It's got to be called. Itis Balance, get ready. They're coming your way.
Yeah, and he is more than ready. Not going to quite find the head onto Nork, but they're just getting plucked out of the server. This one could be quick. Spirit doing the necessary, doing the dirty disbalance. Knocks NIP off balance, off kilter, and out of the server, out of the running. It's one final bullet is all he needs, and it will be Plopsky jumping straight into his jaws. That's the end of that. Team Spirit take the series and take down the Ninjas in Pajamas. That's a big scalp for their ESL Pro League round robin journey.
I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I call the shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all trying to sign my name. They want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I went and conquered the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. Savage, you've been distracted. Your best, my average. There's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan. I need that. Outworking everybody when I relax. So I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Heard that, wonder when I'm gonna peak at. And that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. Shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all trying to sign my name. They want me to sign my name. Counting the blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now.
You call my bluff for the last time. This ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life. I see the clue between the strobe lights and honey. Black face, hey, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around.
All the maps, not quite all the rounds. The first two going back and forth. It's Spirit to cross the line first, though, with a spectacular performance on their CT side, locking the Ninjas and the Pajama Ninjas at that out of it. You can see the Mountain Dew game fuel. I don't think we're doing power plays, so I can calm down, but the power plays are the power player over there. He's got all the power, bit of a player, Chad Birchall.
Oh, okay. All right. I think we only did the power plays on Thursdays and Saturdays, so we're
I
safe
ain't got
today.
a clue. I just saw the can and got nervous.
I think we just lose track of days here. It's just Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike.
Friday feeling.
24 hours without Counter-Strike.
Can I just show it? Look at this. This is my...
That's a Friday vibe.
I'm about to tear up the park with a cold
there we go.
beer in the sunshine.
We're gonna enjoy ourselves.
This is the fit.
All right. Well, I really liked what we saw today, and we obviously came into this tournament. We're talking about the underdog teams. We talked about Ego. We talked about Spirit. We talked about Godsend, and we said that they need to be watched. You know, they need to be looked at with intent because they can upset, and they've done another big one here today.
Spot on. And the thing I'm excited about is also the next game is against FaZe, if I'm not mistaken, who are in a weird spot, right? So this could be a really good run for Spirit if they get all those instances to line up. But yeah, back into this affair, though. NIP, I don't know where to put them now because I've not seen the strength of NIP, I feel.
Well, definitely not seen them at their best, but certainly I think it's more. It's less about the NIP underperformance, more about disbalance. Looking at his overall series performance, I did. What was the number? Because I just had it on the tip of my tongue, and then we changed it.
Kills?
I can't remember anything. 72 for the series, and I'll bet you, based on Nuke alone, that's significantly less AWP frags than normal. So that was already disbalance, going above and beyond against another tier 1 opposition and delivering and doing it on Overpass. Team Spirit's map pool doesn't seem so shabby. If you're doing well on Nuke and Overpass, those are some of the harder ones to coordinate.
Yeah, being a bit more malleable, right? Over towards that B side, it's not so easy on the T side to get in there with the AWP on the entry. On the CT side, towards the tail end of that game, we saw him coming alive over towards A, picking apart NIP. So overall, good game.
All right, here I go. I'm going to try and say it properly. It is time to speak to Boris Vorobiev. Mr. Boris, Mr. Magix, of course, as you may know him. Monsieur, hello, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hi, good to see you. So just want to talk a little bit about that series. Now, obviously, when you first spoke to Stunner, you listed NIP as one of your teams to watch. It must feel extra special to beat one of the teams you considered to be the biggest threat.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. Okay. So
we expected them to be a really tough opponent for us, but it was a bit easier than we expected, I can say.
Yeah, I just wanted to pinpoint a little bit about that Mirage as well. Did that feel like a punish pick when you were playing it as well?
Mirage is good for us, but their T side on Mirage, I can say it's like one of the best in the world right now. They are playing it really good, and that's why we had no chance almost on Mirage.
Okay, now Boris, we had that interview with Stunner. We were watching it today, and you were talking about the difference between online and LAN Counter-Strike, and you actually said that a lot of teams, they're not adjusting to play online Counter-Strike. Do you have a couple of gameplay bits and pieces that you can tell us that are different between LAN and online Counter-Strike?
No, I can't say that the game between LAN and online is different because it don't affect the game how you play it at all. It's more about how you're playing, about your stuff, and how good you perform. And there's no thing that can affect your performance.
So, I mean, just to I'm not having an argument with you, some players have suggested that you can't get away with holding off angles online. Is that something that you've encountered?
No.
Okay.
No problems with off angles? All right.
Just an excuse, I can say.
Yes, Magix, you're such a badass, dude. Excuse me, I love it. I love it. That was doing so well. I really do. Last questions. Anyone for Magix?
Yeah, no, you've got FaZe coming up next, Magix. Are you worried about them at all? Do you think that they'll be an easy win?
Maybe. I don't know. They're performing not good lately, so we can beat them.
Okay, and with the wins you have right now, you're setting yourself up to potentially get into the top 4. Are we going to see you in the playoffs, mate?
I hope so.
Okay. Okay, he's honest, he's badass, and he is definitely going to be seeing us on our screens again. Magix, thank you for your time. It is a big win. NIP gone down to, what is their score now, actually? The score
1 and 3.
1 and 3?
They were 1 and 2 coming in today, so it's going to be very strugglesome to get back in, but obviously it is a round robin, so there is a chance for them with their last 3 games to perk back up, but at that point, you're looking at a 4-3 scoreline, then you're going to, now I don't want to say...
7 games, so you can do the maths yourselves, right? I mean, you work it out. You're playing 7 different games, and of course, I don't know how the top X goes goes through?
Top 4 from each
Top
group.
4,
Yes, we're going to have 8 teams go through to those playoffs here from the European side of things. Obviously, we have the North American side of things as well. A little bit different over there to the constellation that we're looking at right here. But I don't think these groups are going to play out in the exact same fashion as everyone would have thought. You know, your favorites then just not at the top of the charts here. We will have an underdog or 2 coming through. And Spirit are actually looking like the most likely candidate to be that underdog.
Lauren, what do you write in this book of yours? I don't really have any notes after today.
Don't know. I like Alex. It's kind of cool. Is what I have right there.
I've got Machine's book, hands off. It's pretty much all I've read. We're done for today, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll sign off and leave you in the very capable hands, the strong hands of Trace Dennis-Orenthus and the weak, limp, damp hands of Hugo and Harry.
Ready? Huh? Hey, he's a boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
The stage is set. From your home to the arena. We proudly support the living room champions like we do the champions of the world. Providing you with the best tools in your pursuit to be a star. Euronics, official electronics retailer of ESL Pro League.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.